We're just finishing up day one here of a brand new tournament of the new set, and I want to show you this cook that we are running right now in Pokemon Pocket. What up peeps, Nuggie here, and welcome to today's video where we are currently finishing up our run in the brand new tournament that was hosted here by Dedenne. Very awesome content creator on YouTube and on Twitch. Hosts a lot of tournaments, does a lot of analysis, and does stuff with Pokemon's as well. And I just wanted to showcase a deck that me and some other people, like, I know they've already thought about it as well, but in case you didn't know, I wanted to showcase new cards here because I do think that this set is better than the Paradox Drive, and I just had a lot of fun. Like you can see with some of the results here, we versed some pretty old meta decks that we did end up winning against them, and I can't wait to show you like why this deck is fast becoming my favorite and is going to shine hopefully in the meta. So just wanted to show you here, and we are going to show you guys the first card that is going to be used, and this is probably one of the most important ones. It is Frostlass. Now Frostlass has it's essentially a Gourgeist, but it's a water version of Gourgeist. But I just wanted to go ahead and show you the cards that entails or what it does. Right here, it discards a card from your hand, but if you can't throw away a card, you can't do the 70 damage attack. Now, what's really good about this card is the fact that, one, it has a weakness to steel. So if you're versing electric types, they're not gonna do the super effective damage, the plus 20 on this, because it's it's an ice type, not really a water type. So that's already helpful there. Number two is that right now with what we see, there's a lot of experimentation on Mega Sableye, but basically Dark decks right now has this huge surge. So you don't really want to run Gourgeist against that type, right? Because they get kind of destroyed pretty quickly. So this helps it and gives you a little bit of decent tanking as well. Now, the next item I'm going to show you is going to be the new card. Like, they're all new cards that I'm showcasing, but this one here is the HISIUAN Zoroark. So essentially how it pairs really well with Gourgeist or Frostlass is for every time if Frostlass is able to discard a Pokemon into the discard pile, then this is going to do 20 more damage, and you can slowly build this up on the side while Frostlass is doing the main damage. So this is essentially your finisher. It's relatively tanky because what you're going to get at the end of this as well is this card right here, which is going to be the new Pokemon tool Elegant Cape, which is really good for stage 1 Pokemon since it gives you an additional 30 health. So there are many times where you are able to put this on and decide if you're going to put it on Zoroark, but most of the time I feel like I'm tending to put this card onto the Frostlass so it can tank from 100 to 130 hit points. This is what the full deck looks like. This is what we're currently running in the tournament, and there's a few things that I think if I want to kind of switch around or not, like I know we're in a tool heavy meta set right now with this expansion, so there are arguments to be made where you could put in cards like Klefki or Guzma if you want to do that, or Field Blower. The reason why I wanted to put in a Chingling, for example, instead of a Klefki, is just because there are still a lot of stage 2s like Hydreigon who can get online by turn 3 and whatnot, and Chingling kind of stops that, on top of the fact it stops Pokeballs, items and whatnot, so it gives me time to build my board. At the same time, putting in this Mantike here, if you do end up starting it, then you're able to charge your HISIUAN Zoroark early, or you can even charge the Snorunt while you're looking for the rest. So this is essentially what my deck is. Obviously it's a 1.0 version, but it's doing really well. I'm really happy with it. So what we're going to do, even though the tournament's in the downtime right now, I'll just do like 1 or 2 games here and we'll see how it feels and see if it's something you like. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase this to you, and feel free to like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think of the deck, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay guys, now we are here, we're going to do 1 to 2 games just to show you how the deck works, and we're just going to go a play-by-play with you as we are doing this here. Since the tournament we're in, we're going to just tie for the next 2 and just get ready for day 2. So I thought, let's see how we fare just in random matches. Everyone's testing right now in a brand new era for the little while before the main set of Ruler of the Skies, and let's see what this deck can do. We are versing someone from Japan, so that's always a treat. in a lot of ways. We are seeing a lot of dark decks here, which in a way doesn't surprise. Now we are starting with Qingling. We have great cards here, except for the fact that we don't have any basics, so we might have to sacrifice here depending on what our turn is, and we'll see of what this one is. So this is Dino. So this is already good because we talked about how Gorgeist being quite weak to this just because of the type weakness. So having a Frostlass like this, and oh my goodness, we do have the Snorunt here, which is really, really good. And we've got the cape, we can make it tanky if we want to as well. But doing the jiggly noise here is going to prevent them from doing any Pokeballs. They can't candy. They can do copycat, but that's the risk that we have to do, right? So our most likely next play is going to be able to throw Frostlass down and give it the cape, and then we're going to go copycat for value and hopefully discard something that is of a Pokemon value that isn't going to hinder us. So it looks like they do have the hiking trail, but you know what? Game over, guys. Not much to say, I guess. So game number one, real quick. You know, we're not gonna, we probably, as soon as we put this down, they're gonna concede. So maybe we'll do 3 games, but you can see already just the value of this type of play is just incredible, right? And then you do this. This is a little BM putting this on. You don't need to, but they couldn't do anything here. Hiking trail, and it's really good against the current meta, right? So finishing up there, you know, this is probably one of the quickest game 1 introductions. So I would normally get rid of the copycat cuts. Oh, actually, no, I probably could get rid of the Zoroark just because we have a copycat cut value coming in later on, but it doesn't matter. I guess I'll see you guys for game number 2. And hopefully it could be a little bit longer, but so far so good. Because game 1 was so quick, we're just going to go into game 2 and hope that this one is going to be a little bit longer, so you can see the full effect of the Pokemon cards and tools that we are using. And let's see how it goes. And I think that's one of the things here that I would love Pocket to have, is just more events or something on the side to give people motivation to do things. Sometimes when it's random, it really can be random. A lot of the times you don't verse meta decks or anything, so it's very, very hard to test what we are doing and whatnot. So let's have a look here though. We are going to be starting with the Mantike and having the HISIUAN Zorak behind. So this is kind of good. You can get Zoroark early. The only downside is that we are going to struggle in damage. And it looks like it's the new Dedenne set with 1,000,000 tools. Now, as I said before, with the deck list that we have right now, you can look for ways to try and slot out something like Guzma, Klefki, whatever works for you guys. Okay, so we'll just have to see what we can do. Now, this is good that we got the Snorunt here. We can start aggression and we double charge both, which is good. We just need to look for the other magical thing that hasn't shown its face just yet. But with this one here, you could put down the Zora, but most of the time in these games, guys, I tend to just focus building on one Zora, and I would rather put down 2 Snowrunts if it came down to it. Being like throwing down 2 Zoras and trying to build them both is extremely difficult. All right, so I guess we're gonna do this, right? Maxed bench, we have to copycat and hope that we get any of our Evos here. Well, when I say any of our Evos, it's most likely going to be the Frostlass. We will still use this to charge, and we do have Frostlass, the Zoroark's there, and we have another Frostlass. So this is kind of a tricky situation, but I obviously would have to sacrifice the Frostlass here. Now, it is electric, so there is a chance that they're going to be running Oricorio. There's one or two things I can do here, right? I can go ahead and just, you know what, I'm just going to put this here, and we may get rid of the Copycat. The Copycat value with that on the board is just so strong, so it's probably just better to risk it and go for the Frostlass removal, which means that the Snorunt that we have at the bottom right there is not going to be that usable unless we finish for 20. Now, most of the time, from what I see with these electric decks, that they normally hold all their base Pokemon and then they throw down the field and just go to town with it for maximum damage because they want to hide everything. So I'll see how they play around this. tools. There are chances that his hand could be fully just tools and no Pokemon. I've seen Dedenne decks where they run double Zoroark, Zeraora, and Pichu, Ori, and just a bunch of tools. So while the deck Dedenne has is pretty cool, and if you really hate going up against this type of deck, throw in a Guzma, and I think it just really ruins their day, because the damage gets like just halved so much. But this is pretty interesting that they brought in a Miraidon as well. I can kind of see it, and I can definitely see problems with it as well. But you can see there, it looks like they're going for the tanky version. Now, if we manage to top deck Cape, I probably won't do anything here. I'll probably just attack as normal. But yeah, if we top deck the Cape, we could have kept this Frostlass alive because it would do 100 damage. But looking at how this is, we're going to Soul Shot this here and get rid of the Zoroark so we can do more damage here. Now, if you want to see how much damage your HISIUAN Zoroark is currently doing, you just click on it, and it's saying right now the expected damage is 120. When Frostlass and the Snow Runt gets eliminated, then it will jump up to 160, which is good. And we will also like to go ahead and... okay. So they're really trying to stall for this, right? So we do exactly 160 on this. So I think this is actually really good. They sacrificed energy that they put on the Miraidon. They didn't get any more. There's a likely chance of that card up there. I should have put down the man type. You normally put down the ones that can retreat for free. But this punched us up to 160, I believe. And just to confirm, that is 160 there. Exact lethal. Opponent concedes. So the deck's good. It's a lot of fun, and I'm so glad that we have a deck that is essentially a bunch of new cards for you guys to try out. So I hope you like everything, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!